So, as a lot of you already know, I own a red Siamese fighting fish named Akai Jalapeno, arguably the most cheeky and confused fighting fish in the world. Akai is an adorable and easygoing roommate, but lately he has been gathering me those juicy views on this channel. So, I thought it would be appropriate to get him a treat for all his hard work being a fish. While out shopping, I bought a box of donuts. Oh, I also remembered what I was supposed to do for this video and bought a 20-litre fish tank. After a long bus ride, I neglected my responsibilities and just had a donut. The next day, I had a gigabrain idea and decided I'd use aquarium gravel as a substrate for my fish tank. That way I could achieve some kind of natural aesthetic. Here's me spraying the gravel. Here's me sifting the gravel. And here's me showing you why this whole process was important. After all that, it was time to carefully and meticulously lay the gravel into the tank. I call this technique the secret Shaolin technique of gravel flattening fury fist. It's where you flatten out rocks using the back of your fingers. It's pretty neat. The next step was to add the water. I think my main goal here was to ruin all the hard work I did before this just to make things a bit harder for myself. There was still some debris left in the rocks, so I scooped them out. Afterwards, I added some cough syrup to dechlorinate the water and some Panadol to add some beneficial bacteria. I let the whole thing settle for a few hours and then began putting the plants and decorations. This time around, I put some Java moss, driftwood, and Anubias plant attached to the driftwood, an old boat decor, red floaters, and a fake log. I was hoping that all of this would help filtrate naughty stuff in the tank while also giving my fish a more natural setting. Maybe that way I could trick them into thinking they're in the wild despite the fact that I had imprisoned them not long before this upgrade. I was also struggling to keep my catfish alive, so maybe this new setting would improve their longevity. After a few hours, I let the whole thing settle and cycle for a whole day. Yes, this meant that Akai had to experience what it's like when you don't pay off the things you own, and a higher power comes and takes everything away. Except this time, you get put into a mansion the next day, and you continue to not pay your rent or taxes. The next day, I gave Akai a quick feed before I began the apocalypse of his tank. I siphoned out water from his tank into the bucket, and started my journey to become a Pokemon master. Akai was fairly easy, but his catfish friend was a major pain in the anemone. Anemone? Yes, it's anemone. After an hour of drip acclimating Akai and a not so cool friend anymore, it was time to let them out into the new world. For some reason, Akai had no interest leaving the net, but once he got out, he zoomed around looking at his new surroundings. Honestly, it was awesome to see, since I can only imagine how much better it must feel to be in a more open space. Next was the other catfish that had caused me so much pain. He wasted no time leaving the net and darted for the nearest glass wall to suck on as they do. I know I made a video prior to this and there was about 6 of them. Sadly, almost all otters since that video have passed away, and that's why you only see the one. I might get him a friend or two down the line, but I'm hoping this new environment will make him feel more at home. I've been having lots of trouble trying to keep otters, but I've always managed to have just the one survive from the pack. I'm hoping for this little guy to live long and have lots of fun. As a treat, I gave Akai some freeze-dried bloodworms. He mainly hangs out at the top more now, poking out all the plants, looking for random things to eat. Under the new light and plant coverage, his fins look nicer than ever. He loves looking at himself in the reflection. Actually, in hindsight, I think he feels more threatened by his own reflection, if anything. The other night I caught Akai sleeping under a blanket of Java moss. I actually thought he got stuck, but I pushed my anxiety away and understood that he was just having the best sleep of his life. Some more good news. My otter catfish was swimming nice and blissfully. I don't know about other otter owners, but I've never witnessed this fish swim like this, poking around for food and swimming nice and gracefully. I think this is a good sign, and I hope this will be an indicator to confidently add more later. But for now, he's doing alright. This little guy enjoys hanging out on the Anubias leaves and typically spends most of his day here. Alright, that concludes this video. It's 2:30 AM at the time of editing, so I really appreciate you all for choosing to spend a few minutes of your day watching my video. Thank you so much for watching me and my fish. If you like what you see, please give this video a like and sexy subscribe to see more. Also, please feel free to leave any comments down below. Any advice or ideas are very much appreciated. Thanks for staying to the end. It's time for me to sleep. See yous.